Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host Myron. Today we've got Green River's latest addition to their lineup. Now you're not going to see a bottle drop for this thing. This is their cocktail mixer as they describe it on their website. This thing comes in at, let me get my phone because it's a little bit of a different mash bill. So it's 76% corn, 15% rye, and 9% malted barley. Now I am not expecting this thing to, knock my socks off, just be like the pinnacle of the 85 proofers, because it does come in at a proof of 85. I do like my lower proofs. I can appreciate the lower proofs at times. So when it comes to the Old Forester 86 or the Top Floor 86, I really like those. And I can actually drink those neat when I don't want something that's, like too robust. So this is the newest addition to their lineup. This is something that I am really interested in because it was only $19.99. I went into Nick's of Clinton. Shout out Nick's of Clinton. Shout out Drew. Drew is the son of Nick's of Clinton. I wound up being paired up with him somehow. I went to the course and we just got to talking. But anyway, I told him that I am always running through there because they always have great stuff in there. So I was looking down the aisle and I was like, what do they have new? I saw the Boot Rye, I saw a new Orphan Barrel, I saw just a whole bunch of stuff. And they still have their Nick's of Clinton Double Oak picks. They still have their Maker's Mark picks. That Nick's of Clinton Double Oak pick is, it made me look at Woodford Double Oak in a totally new light. Because as you guys know, if you're a fan of the channel, I do not like Woodford Double Oak. But anyway, I saw this thing sitting on a shelf and I was like, that is new. I was like, I've never seen that one before. So $19.99, 1 liter, comes in at 85 proof. I was like, why not pick that thing up? Maybe I'll put it up against the Old Forester 86 proof and the Benchmark Top Floor. Sipped it a little bit. I was like, you know what? That might not be a fair lineup. So let's get into the whiskey. Let's get into the nose. Quick cut in. I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me on YouTube. Now I would love for you guys to come over and join me on Patreon. We will have some Patreon only exclusive material, as well as, once I get it up to snuff, merch giveaways. We will have sample giveaways for Bourbon Drop and Bottle Drop tier members at the end of the month. So once I get up to 10 members on each tier, we'll start getting those samples rolled out. What else? Oh, barrel picks. Come join us over there so you can get first dibs on barrel picks. Now let's get back to the video. So right off the top, there's a sour green apple. There's a touch of nuttiness, pepperiness. There's this really concentrated citrus. And I got that when I first got it home and cracked it. It kind of reminds you of the Early Times bottle, because it is 1 liter. It's got the black twist cap. I was like super excited. But anyway, let's get back to the nose. So a very concentrated citrus, a slight nuttiness, sour green apple on the nose. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I'm picking up now. A little bit of like a dark fruit, maybe like a fig. Like a light grapiness. That's it. All right, let's get it on the palate. The light grapiness transfers over to the palate. Spicy in the throat. Spicy on the mid palate. Not necessarily in the back. I do pick up just a slight touch of char, but that spicy is more black pepper. It's more of a light grapiness on the palate. Let's go back into the palate one more time. Super thin. Super thin. Like, I can appreciate my lower proof stuff. Like that, like I said, 86 Old Forester and a Top Floor. But this is coming off really like bland, super thin, light grapiness, pepper on the mid, little bit of char on the back. It's just, I mean, they tell you on their website that this is a proprietary blend, blended to how you like it or something like that. I was reading the website earlier today, and then they show the bartender mixing it. So when the company, and I've said this before on some reviews that I haven't released, when the company tells you that it is a mixer, I typically say don't expect a lot. So this is on the Shelf Life series. So we are going to get into Love It, Like It, or Leave It. Honestly, as big of a fan as I am of Green River products, as you see, I am going to have to say leave it. I know it's $19.99. I know it's cheap. I know it's meant to be a mixer. However, I do like a low proofer when it's very hot outside and I'm just sitting out on the back deck and I'm just chilling. And like I said, I don't want something that is just like super rich and robust. But I am gonna have to say, leave it. Is it worth retail at $19.99 for what it is? I'm gonna say yes. Now you can spend a couple bucks more. For like $21.99, get yourself an OGD bonded. To me, that's going to be richer. That is going to be a lot better, a lot more flavorful. The proof too is going to be 15 proof points higher, so you'll get that as well. But $19.99 for what it is, a 1 liter mixer, I think it's right up there with where it needs to be. Who is it for? I would definitely say that this is for a new bourbon drinker, someone who is just getting into bourbon. You can give them this. I think this is a little bit more flavorful than Basil Hayden, because Basil Hayden to me is just super bland. I would have to really kind of put them side by side to, really make like a definitive statement, but I do think in my mind, from what I remember, that it is a little better than Basil Hayden. So I would not hesitate to give this to a new bourbon drinker. I think intermediate to experienced bourbon drinkers would kind of be turned off by this, unless you are a person who likes cocktails, lower proof cocktails. I don't really drink cocktails. I don't know if I would even put this in a cocktail. So, hey, I'm not a cocktail guy, so take that with a grain of salt. Will it always be on a bar? So from everything that I've laid out until this point, this will not be on the bar. You probably already knew that. This is something that when it's gone, it's gone. I don't even know how long it will take to go, because this is not something that I can see myself running back to. I did put a little bit of this in the blend that I put together for Troy and Laura. Shout out to the bakers at Baker Drinks, because I do plan on entering a competition, and that little bit of spiciness, and since it had to be at least 3 in the blend, I wound up putting like 5 in the blend, but it just added a little bit of spiciness, and being so bland, it got covered up by a lot of the other flavors, and I think it offered the spiciness that I needed. So anyway, with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out, let you head into a drop. Until next time.